well done in taking out the first.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. Yeah, well, look, at least we're able to keep racing, and the powers above, at least everyone's getting a chance to do what they do best.
This horse here has been racing really well, got the right draw tonight, right run, and did the job.
Absolutely, he's an opportunist, and as I said, he had the right draw. He ran well for him, and he always goes well, consistent. But when you get the draws like that, well, you're in the right spot.
Poor old Pirate Bay, everything went wrong for him, and everything went right for you.
I saw the hobble flapping around there early and thought he might have been in a bit of bother, probably stirred him up a bit, and went really hard, which suited us, and we got a good trail into it, and he finished well.
As an opposition driver to the favourite, obviously, at what stage of the race did you pick up he had a broken hobble?
I think it was just turned into the straight with a lap to go.
So it's sort of things that you're always looking for as a driver, trying to find a 1% that you can take advantage of.
Yeah, well, it sort of helped us because Greg couldn't get him to settle and made extra speed, which is what we needed.
Did you change your driving tactics throughout the race as a result of what was happening?
No, not really, because I was following a pretty good one that was always going to get me up to the straight anyway.
Well done. You should be a happy owner at least.
It's been a little while since he's had a win, so yeah, it's good to keep Elizabeth and the family happy.
He's been working up pretty well, the horse.
Yeah, he had some problems last time in, at the end of last season, and like Alistair and Elizabeth were happy to give him a good break and just do the right thing by the horse, and it's just taken him a while to get his fitness back, but he's starting to get there now.
Things couldn't have worked out any better for you at the start.
Yeah, it was good. I didn't have a real set plan what to do. He's a bit difficult to drive, but once the one galloped, I was happy to go forward and lead.
Yeah, fantastic. And what's the plans for him, Chris?
He's quite a good horse. Hopefully I can get him back into his best form, and he's put his right foot forward tonight. We're hoping he can come here every week and be competitive and start stepping up against better horses.
This horse here just gets under everyone's guard each time he goes round. Every time he wins, he's always paying big price. He's done it again tonight.
Yeah, and it's funny because I really thought he had a good hope tonight. I was a little bit worried when he drew 5. I was a little bit concerned, but when the scratching came out, I thought, it brings him one closer. I've got to do a little bit of manoeuvring if I don't lead. But he's a lovely old horse. He's just great.
Well, obviously, plan A was to try to get to the front. Couldn't, but the best other spot was behind the leader, and that just opened up beautifully for you.
Yeah, well, I made a couple of gear changes with him early in the week. I put the hood on him and the lug and pole, and I'd let him know through the week on his workout he was going to have to be coming out the gate. So it was the best spot to be in, especially when the leader's not a bad horse and he kept going. I was just over the moon, and I'm sure Colin's going to be happy for a change.
Congratulations on what's been the most successful week of your career. How many winners is that for the week?
I'm not sure. I had 5 or 6, I think.
You went to Mildura.
Yeah, I had 3 up there.
Then you went to Terang.
I didn't have a winner
Oh,
there.
you didn't have a winner at Terang. Where'd you run? Second there.
I ran second, yeah.
Second there, okay. And then where else? You went to Ballarat?
I had 2 wins at Ballarat, and then I had tonight, so...
It's been a pretty good week. Six wins in a week or over the last few days. And what about the hard work you're putting in? Mildura, Terang, Ballarat, Melton. It's never ending for you.
No, it's not. It's continuous, but if you want to get somewhere, you've got to put in the hard yards, and it's starting to pay off. And I can't thank everybody, especially Chris, who puts me on week in, week out, and especially repeat after me. He's a legend, and for the run that he did tonight, it's awesome, and it's definitely benefiting the rewards. I've got Orion tomorrow, so we'll see what happens then.
Well done. What a win.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I've loved this horse from when he was a 2-year-old, and he's sort of hasn't drawn good in any of the big races, and it's just sort of probably stopped him winning one, but he's still on the way up, and as we saw tonight, he just played with him.
He's racing. He's only had the 9 lifetime starts, which is hard to believe. He's such a lightly raced horse, but he's run it. Most of his 9 starts have been at top level.
They have, and as a 2-year-old, he was a little bit keen, but as a 3-year-old, he's come back and he's really quite relaxed, and it's probably been a good thing. And tonight, obviously we got a cheap lead time, but then we had to do a little bit of work through the middle there, and it didn't bother him at all. And the last mile, as you saw, 154 something. It's just he's a good horse, and I'm just really lucky to drive him.
Can you hear Pam cheering, Kate?
I'm so disappointed she couldn't be here tonight, because she just loves her horses, and this horse has been knocking on the door to win a big race, and he never gets the draw. And tonight it turned out a little bit better for him, and he got the job done.
Talk us through the race. I mean, there was obviously a little bit of tempo in that first 400 metres. Tell us how you worked your way through the race.
Yeah, actually, he was super keen tonight. He's not normally, and he was really keen early, and I sort of thought, there's a little bit of speed on, so that's something, but not really, and not as much as I liked. And then obviously coming around, when we got to a lap to go, just worked out perfectly, sort of slowest part of the race, and we could just sit there quiet then, and he's so fast, so we were happy to do that and try and out sprint them, and that he did.
Well done on the win.
Yeah, thank you very much. First of all, just thoughts are with Kima. She was supposed to drive this horse and had an unfortunate accident. Just wish her a speedy recovery, and hopefully we see her back, driving, doing what she does best. And it was great in a way to pick up the late drive. She's a nice mare, and it's always fantastic driving for Isabel and Peter. They're good family friends of ours, and it's great to wear the colours and get a win for them.
Old champ just did what he had to do.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? He sort of, he just does what he has to, and he had his measure, and then he hit the front. But he was holding him a little bit better than he normally has been lately. So, he just got the job done, and, just been a great horse for us.
Well done. Good win by the horse.
Yeah, he did a great job. A couple of runs ago here, I drove him, and he led and got plenty of pressure and just got collared right near the line. But tonight he was full of running and strong.
He's been a lovely horse. He's put the writing on the wall even last season, put in some really good performance. He's a bit more of likes to sort of put his head down and charge a little bit, but he seems to be getting better.
Yeah, he does. I probably fought him a little bit too much last time, trying to get a breather and quarter, where tonight, having that drive under me belt on him, just sort of tried not to get him to tighten the lines too hard and keep him at that happy medium, and he does grow a leg when he finds the front.
Got into a good spot, trotted well. He's been trotting really well, this horse, of late, and hit the line strong.
He did, as we said before. His figure form wasn't great, but he'd been racing really well and not having much luck, and got a great run tonight, and only had to peel late, and he was really strong up the straight.
Ross, as we know, is a very accomplished trainer. He knows how to get his horses fit and well and trotting well. And this bloke here's always been a little bit of a challenge, but now that he's doing things right, there's plenty more wins in store for him.
He was like a lot of babies, a bit green and made mistakes, but now he's a lot more mature and a lot stronger. And he's good enough to win a few more down here.